Okay, video number 2 for the day. Thanks for hanging with me. So this video is just a walkthrough of the week's assignments, the module for the week. So let's just jump right into it. And I mentioned in the last video there are a couple of different ways to get to the module. One is you can use the button on the home page. It says current module. That will take you to the module that we're working on. Another one is that you can use the modules tab over here. So let's just do that. And we've got the start here module. What you can also do if you're not familiar with this is once you are done reviewing the information in the modules above, you can collapse them. Please don't forget about doing the syllabus quiz. That's the very first thing that you should do. There are only 6 questions, so it shouldn't take you a very long time to do it, and you do have 3 chances to complete the syllabus quiz, so please, everyone should get 100% on that. Easy points. Okay. So once you're done, you can just collapse the module, and then the next time you enter the modules, they'll be collapsed for you, so you don't have to redo that each time. Okay, so what you want to do is start at the beginning of the module and just take a look, skim through. You can see how many assignments you have to do. This one is a little bit different because the very first thing that I have listed here is actually in the module before. I just don't want anyone to miss it because it's real important for attendance, and it's very important that you do it. So if you haven't completed the syllabus quiz, just hit the previous button, do that, and then come back. Okay. So for each, for this class, there is no real big exams or like a midterm or a research paper or anything like that. There are just 6 modules, 1 for each week, and each one is about the same amount of workload, give or take an assignment or 2. The first one is a little light and the last one is a little light, but other than that, they're pretty much the same. So this gives you an idea of what you're going to be, faced with this summer. Okay, so you can just kind of get a look at what you're going to be doing. We've got a summary, which you read articles, maybe watch some things, and then I want you to summarize the information. Quiz, and then discussion, and then read and watch something, and then you're responding to that. Okay, and then to move through the module, you hit the next button. So the very first assignment and the very first thing that I like to put in my linguistics classes is the summary of how did language begin, because this is always the first question that students in introduction to language classes have, is where did human language come from? How did language begin? So we've got a article to read, and then a TED Talk, and then I've got some questions to answer here. If you're not sure how to submit assignments on Canvas, I've got a tutorial on that. Otherwise, you can skip that. It's a link to that. The rubric is here for you. So you can see there are 4 questions here, and each one is worth 5 points for a total of 20 points. Okay. The next thing is a quiz. And so this quiz is based on this PowerPoint, and then I have made 4 videos that take you through the PowerPoint. So what you'll want to do is go through the PowerPoint first, and it's just kind of bare bones, and then you want to go back and watch each video in order, video 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And you might want to, have the PowerPoint on another screen, or if possible, print it while you're looking at the videos, or maybe take some notes as you're doing that. And then you can take the quiz. You get 3 chances to take the quiz, so hopefully everyone can get 100% on the quiz by the time you're done with the 3 chances. It's not super long, it's only 10 questions, so should be able to do that. If you have any questions or any problems with any of the quiz questions, do let me know about that. Sometimes there are glitches in Canvas occasionally, so please let me know if you run into any problems in that regard. Okay, and then we've got our introduction discussion, and so you can read about that. What I've got here is a very, very short introduction to, this is actually very short, just about a 2-page introduction to a textbook that I downloaded, and it's an introduction to a linguistics textbook, introduction to language textbook. It just gives a lot of different examples about what linguistics is. So it gives you really an overview about, for people who aren't really sure what exactly linguistics is, a lot of good examples. And we're not going to be covering every single aspect of linguistics in this class, because we're really focusing on how linguistics applies to the classroom, but it does give some good background into what linguistics is. And then once you read that, then I do have some questions for you, and that's what I want you to write for your original post, and then come back and respond to 2 of your classmates. Okay, and then the last thing is going to be a book excerpt from one famous linguist, John McWhorter. Some of you may have heard of him. And then a very long video, almost an hour long, from another famous linguist, Steven Pinker. And basically, you're just choosing a couple of statements. You can choose 2 from the book excerpt, 2 from the video, or 1 from each. It's totally up to you. And you are just choosing 2 statements that kind of spoke to you, or that you found really interesting, something that you want to know more about, or something that really intrigued you. Okay, so that's what I want you to write about. And then that takes you to the end of the week. And make sure that when you get to the end of each module, that you really go through the summary and make sure that you kind of use this as a checklist. Okay, so make sure that you've done everything here, and just, looking back and saying, okay, yeah, I did this, I did this, I did this, and these links will take you back to it so you can remember that you did it. And that is what we have for this week. Please let me know if you have any questions about anything. I will be in the discussion this week, and I will be responding to each and every one of you this week. I won't be able to do that for every single discussion. I will be in every single discussion, but I won't be able to respond to every single one of you every single week. But for the first week, I definitely will. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you have to say and what your initial thoughts are on linguistics, and what you think so far about the class. Okay, so I am looking forward to talking to you, and really looking forward to interacting with you and hearing what you have to say about linguistics. I think that you really are going to enjoy it, and you're going to like the topics, and you are going to learn something that you didn't know before after you get through it this summer. All right, I will be talking to you later. Bye-bye.